Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yesterday's video, I felt like I was all up into the screen and you was all up in my face. No, I'm just kidding. This morning, I just came on to say good morning. Um, I hope you enjoyed or you felt what I was trying to say with my morning thought yesterday with Pastor D. Um, it's just if we would look at, and I'm carrying over before I go into today, if we would just look at ourselves and examine ourselves and be more worried about us's, than we are about them's. I think that we think about it. If everybody around us, if everybody in our community, if everybody in our city, if everybody in our state spent more time worrying about them and the things that they are doing that align with right, wrong, and their faith, and who's the judgment? Like, there is only one judge. God is the only one that could judge us with regards to what right and wrong is. Because if you go to someone, you can go to 5 people, and I bet you get varying answers of what on a topic of what is right and what is wrong. And that's all the way across the board, whether it's raising your kids, whether it's the pandemic, whether it's politics, whether it's dating, whether it's cleaning your house. You will get varying answers based on that person's culture, based on that person's understanding, based on that person's age, based on that person's experience, life experience, and faith. So, why not take that information, process it, and just do you? Like, if you take that information in order to change them or in order to make them better, or that's not your job. You weren't put on this earth to correct everybody. You weren't put on this earth to try to make everybody else like you. I'm just saying, because if you look at your life, it's not perfect. If we really do self-reflection. Now, my other thing for this morning is accountability and mentorship. How many of us have that? How many of us have sincere accountability? How many of us have people that we can go to that will hold us to the wire? People that we could go to and we could just vent, throw up, and they no judgment. And some will just listen, because there are times when we just want people to listen. Some will give you valued advice, not in with any intent or malicious, not to be mean, not to hurt you, but honest. And some will check you when they feel that, girl or guy, bruh, you're going too far left. Like, go, the straight and narrow, the right path. So how many of us have that? And if we have that, how many of us listen? Because there are times or seasons in our lives where we see things or we don't see things and other people see things in us. And I'm not ashamed to say I know a few people, but I know one in particular that they have a servant heart, and they believe everywhere there's an opportunity that presents itself for them to serve, that they're supposed to be a part of it. And I believe that there's a time in this person's life where God is saying, I need you just to sit down. I have given you many signs and symptoms for you to just sit your butt down. And not just for the sake of connecting or reconnecting or unplugging from the world and plugging into Him, but for the sake of, I've given you health issues that would normally, with somebody with some that's listening, I won't say with some sense, would sit down and take care of. I mean, really take care of. Not just, oh, I went to the doctor and the doctor said this and he gave me a pill. Okay, my question is, before you went to the doctor, you didn't need a pill. So something has happened in your life to change your life that now you need a pill. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not telling nobody to take the medicine that the doctor gave you. But you need to look into, what can I do to get my body back to pre-pill state? And you may still need the pill, but at least I got my body back to pre-pill. Because maybe I could do away, maybe I go back to the doctor and he says I could do away with the pill. Maybe I just need a lesser pill. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, your body talks to you lack of sleep, poor sleep, irritability. You got to look at what your body's saying to you and listen to it. So my whole point is, if someone were to come to me and say, Denise, now there's two things. I've had people say, some family members come to me and say, after I finish a course or a degree or a certificate, they're like, they're like, you're done, right? You're not going to do anything else. And I'm like, okay, if I've got the momentum and I've got the time and I've got the finances, excuse me, why not knock it out the box? Why stop and let myself sit if I can continue to move? Now, there is a desire in the back of my head to go on to finish one more degree. I am not, Lord willing, this is not the season. I'm not ready and prepared mentally to do that yet. Maybe in 2022, I'll do my research, see where I really want to go, see if that's really what I want to do in 21, right? It's 21, 22, 20. Okay, Lord, next year. Let's just put it that way. I got a little side, I'm like, wait, what? It doesn't sound right saying 2022. I'm sorry, sidetrack. See, that's why I can't do no formal podcast, because I just whoop. And it's not that if you were talking to me in person, I probably would have still done the same thing. So deal with it. Okay. So anyways, I place a lot of value on mentors and accountability. We all should be held accountable for things that we do and we say in our lives. We're accountable to God, number one. But when you have that person in your life that genuinely supports you, encourages you, and loves you, listen, put what they have, even if you disagree at the moment because you in your feelings and you in your emotions, put what they say to the back of your mind and resonate on it. Don't just discount them, because if someone genuinely cares for you, I would hope that they're saying out of love. Now, there's some people who say that they're your friends. They say that they want to be your mentor. They say they want to be your accountability, because no, they're trying to be in your business. We know that. There are for real people out there just, they want the chisme. So be mindful. But I believe that God places people in our lives, in the seasons in our lives, for a reason, to learn. I believe that we are constantly evolving. We're constantly learning. We're constantly growing. And that's another thing with that. You should never stop learning. You should never stop growing. I don't care if you are a CEO of a company. You never stop learning, because if you stop where you are, there are going to be other companies that are going to shoot by you with the changes in everything around us, that you're going to become obsolete. I don't want to be obsolete. I want to be of value. So, real talk, real life.